part of the international flair to the race today, DJ. How surprising is it to see all the international interest in the Cup Series?
Never in my life did I thought we would see something like this. And, you know, the countries that are represented, 7 of them, it's not like we just went out and got 7 people. The list of accomplishments is incredible. We have champions, race winners, have done so much across the world in motorsports, but they wanted to come here and be a part of this day at the Brickyard.
I've wanted to do it for a while. I just wanted to wait till the timing was right, and I feel like now's a good time. You know, I feel like I'm in my prime. I feel like our race team, our Cup team is, you know, a consistent contender for the playoffs. So I feel like I can take a little bit of focus away from the Cup stuff for, you know, a month next year and trying to accomplish something pretty neat. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity with Arrow McLaren and Rick Hendrick and Hendrick Automotive Group, but we'll see. It's going to be it's tough. I understand how tough it's going to be, and trying to learn a totally new race car, a totally different style of racing. You know, I think they have new hybrid stuff next year too. So there's going to be a lot that I got to learn, but I look forward to the challenge. I feel like I've prepared myself, you know, through other challenges that I've, you know, gotten in to try and learn new cars. So definitely excited about it.
Here they come into the start zone from Indy. We're racing on the road course. Suarez jumps out to a good start. 3 car lengths entering turn number 1. Tyler Reddick in second, but a great battle for third as they enter turn 1.
And we're still going to see the aggressive dive bombs. Look at that's contact SVG down on the inside there, trying to make passes early.
Further back, I think Todd Gilliland got into Brad Keselowski. Both of them got through there, but lost some positions.
McDowell almost wide right there through 4. Now side by side through 5 and 6. This doesn't work. Chase Elliott thinks better of it. Gives up momentum to the 5-car Larson now to the inside. Now Larson will be on the outside of turn 7. Battling for 4th back there. Reddick putting the pressure on for the lead.
Saw Christopher Bell working to the outside, fighting for position. Larson and Ben Gisbergen right around them.
That was a lot of contact for SVG and several other cars down in turn 1. You hate to see that on the very first lap. We talked about the chaos on turn 1. The restart zone is going to help, but not take it all away, right? And the intensity is going to continue to pick up in the 3rd stage. Here we go. Christopher Bell right there. See, SVG has to correct the car back into the 20. That really makes him the meat of the sandwich.
And to be clear, you're racing against Cup regulars on their ballpark, and I'm telling you, if you run into those guys, they're not going to put up with it very long at all. Patience will be.
Third 23-11 entry is Justin Haley, big off. Driver's left, that's out of 5 and 6. Gets to the driver's left, heavy contact for Haley.
Man, I can't wait to see how this happened. That was a high-speed crash right there. He's going to be able to drive the car away. The tire barrier doing a lot of good work there.
Big contact with the tire barrier. Let's look again what happened.
Side by side. That's a very narrow part of the racetrack through 5 and 6. Logano jumps the curbs and ends up getting contact with Haley. Pushes Haley out in the grass, and now Haley's just along for the ride. Watch as he hits these tire barriers. Those things are great when you hit them head on, but when you hit them sideways, it just pulls them apart from each other.
We saw on the initial lap, Chase Elliott opting to not do that through that corner, not go side by side through there. Now we see the replay, the 67. Kobayashi gets a little contact there from the 51 car.
Andy Lally got into the 67 there. Let's ride along with Kamui.
Yeah, Kamui's going to be pretty frustrated with that. You know, you gotta.
This is the second restart for these drivers. Look how more intense. Oh, contact the 22 into the back of his teammate, Ryan Blaney.
On a road course. Dave, other cars coming down pit road. You see Ryan Blaney, who's really said nothing of the contact with his teammate Joey Logano on the track. Here's the benefit of doing this, Steve. There's 1 lap to go in the stage. As you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to pit first, get those tires on before everybody else. The bad side of that, though, you're going to give up all these stage points that McDowell, Suarez, Elliott, all those guys will get. But Jonathan Hassler making the call to bring Ryan Blaney down pit road.
It's a different, we talk about agendas. Ryan Blaney, he's won a race, so he knows he's moving forward in the playoffs. He's concerned about trying to win this race. We see Joey Logano joining his Penske teammate of Ryan Blaney on pit road. The battle up top for this race or stage win. Suarez is continuing to put the pressure on McDowell, not letting this be an easy cruise.
And staying within a couple seconds is Chase Elliott, the man who absolutely needs a win to make the playoffs. He's making a good run for it this early in the race. Good speed in the 9-car.
Monumental start for Front Row Motorsports. This will be the first ever stage win for Front Row Motorsports, as well as the first stage win for Michael McDowell. So a big stage win there, and again, there won't be a caution, but he will get the 10 points for winning the stage and a playoff point.
Yeah, big for that team where they are battling among the bubble as well for the 99 car. Critical points early in stage 1.
Pit road speed, there's an access road, but pit road speed does not start until the yellow line. Look at how conservative the 34 slows down. Bravo, Daniel Suarez. Look how much is gained.
That's a great opportunity right here, and Daniel takes every bit of it. You can see his car was out of control, and then look what happens at the end of pit road. That little bit of gain by Suarez and a little bit quicker stop, and they take the lead away from McDowell.
That spot, there's a spin right there, the 16 car.
AJ
Allmendinger had a big spin. This is over in the NASCAR Oval number 1, so he must have had a big issue coming in to turn 11.
Yeah, he is way off the racetrack right there. You can see the fire coming out of it. He's trying to get it fired back up. That's actually the exhaust pipe.
Actually, I think he spun out of the final corner here, turn 13. Yeah. Car just come out from under him. I don't know how that could happen.
There you go. He's not been happy with this race car all weekend. We came here expecting him to be a contender for this win, but he just has not had speed. Here it is.
Contact.
12, he's getting crashed.
So, Jeff, that was him jumping on the radio, said if I get back to that 12, he's getting crashed.
Yeah, they must have
got into him.
And you have to imagine this is something that's been going on for a couple corners. Blaney just doesn't turn, guys, for about a second, 2/10 a lap.
You should not need your switch this
One more lap to go.
Be prepared for it if you do.
In stage 2, and again, a caution won't come out, but they will earn points. After this lap, the top 10, and you see Denny Hamlin sliding into turn number 1. The pressure being put on by Keselowski.
He's got to worry about Keselowski, and he's also getting that information about his fuel. He has to switch the car to be able to get a little bit of reserve fuel. They're telling him he shouldn't need it, but he's got that on his mind. That is working on his mind, as well as looking behind him and seeing the 6 car.
And remember, if they want to get these points, they've got to cross the stripe, then make it another lap until they're able to come to pit road.
Denny Hamlin running.
Oh, did he miss the corner? Sorry, he missed the corner big right there, slid the rear tires. Here comes Brad. Brad offline in the dirt. His tires are dirty. Here comes the 99. They're all right there.
How much will Suarez wait? Or will he be aggressive early? He looks to the inside now.
Be patient here, man. This is early in this race. I don't know if this is that critical.
One back,
oh, Brad's going to miss the corner. Here comes the 34, McDowell.
McDowell gets by the 99 of Suarez. McDowell now will be leading once these two come to pit road.
And Brad losing points, valuable points for the 6.
Stage win is going to go to Denny Hamlin. 5th stage win this year for him.
Now, Rick, to your point, as we see the 9 make a big move, he's going to look 3 wide into turn 1. The 11 of Hamlin needs to make it all the way back around to come to pit road.
And again, very tight on fuel for Denny Hamlin.
These braking zones, this is where mistakes can happen.
That's a lot of pressure. He sends him out of the way.
Wow.
Suarez takes the spot from Chase Elliott.
I don't think Chase will be happy with that. That was excessive in my eyes, but Suarez got away with it. But now Chase says, all right, buddy, game on, I owe you one. Here it is. We were riding on board when it happened. Here's what it looked like. Corner entry, that contact, that's very difficult for Chase Elliott to handle without spinning out.
Yeah, neither cars made the curb. Both cars missed the corner.
We got to just watch the entire stop. So the jack comes to the left side. Looks pretty normal. A little bit of slow on the left front. Tires on. Tires tight. Oh, there's your issue right there, Rick. Front hose. Look at the man right here. He's standing here. Hose underneath the tire, right? He says, I cannot leave until you jack the left side up. It's as simple as that. If we watch that again, when that car comes in and stops, that front hose has to be clear of those front tires. It creeps underneath the left front when the jack is dropped. Look at the frustration. Hundreds and hundreds of pit stops you practice for those little things. Man, what a bad time. So let's watch right here. We're going to watch it nice and slow. Look at this hose. So right there, you saw it. There's a loop in the hose. If we back up about 5 or 6 frames, you see the loop right here. That's not normal. That should be all stretched out there nice and straight. As he comes around, it creates a loop. It seems so small. It's like it catches his right leg, and it actually lassos itself. And what happens is the left front tire's on it. He's lucky there's enough air pressure to take the nut off. The gun could shut off this way. You jack it up, and now you see the gap. The problem is nobody's going to recognize it. The tire carrier steps, moves it in a little bit more. Game over for the 99. Actually, great job by the jackman. Look, I know it's slow, but this could have been, you know, a 30, 40-second disaster. You see the frustration behind pit wall.
Yeah, Rick, one of the cool things about the crossover weekend, look who's hanging out on Corey LaJoie's pit box. Colton Herta, who's won here at the road course before. Kyle Kirkwood won a few weeks ago on the streets of Nashville, won Long Beach earlier this year. So I just talked to both of them, and I said, hey, 28 laps to go. You going to get out of here and beat the traffic? They said, no way, man. This race is too cool. They're enjoying it, and they didn't have to be here today. They came out on their own volition. Of course, Andretti Autosport through Cambridge having a closer relationship with Spire. I asked Colton, is that going to bring you to the racetrack more? He said, I would love to. I asked Kyle, what cup race would you like to run? He said, I would love to run Miami. That's my home track. But Junior, I asked Colton Herta, what race would you want to run? He said Daytona, but only if Junior gives me some lessons. So are you up for some lessons for Colton Herta? Maybe get him in the car for the Daytona 500.
Man, what an honor that would be.
Here it comes onto the front stretch. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
But he can see that 9 car.
Oh, yeah.
He can look in the mirror and see the 9 car, and that raises the intensity just a little bit. He's gotten super conservative on corner entry, trying not to make a mistake.
And Chase the opposite. He's on full aggression. That last lap, almost a second better than McDowell.
Yeah, Chase needs this race in the worst kind of way. There's no points avenue for him to make the playoffs. It's a win or nothing.
Smooth here, bud. 12 back.
In the world of stock car racing, Michael McDowell has won at the biggest track of Daytona, and now in the entire world of racing, the most famous track. He's looking for a win here at Indianapolis.
Watch Chase Elliott in this braking zone of turn 11. It's going to be everything he's got.
$12, $13, and $14 in front of him. The final 3 turns. The gap is closed to a second. Through 14 for the final time. Michael McDowell comes onto the front stretch at Indy. The 38-year-old is going to win at Indianapolis.
Yes, good work, boys! Man, order 6.
1 spot short for Chase Elliott. He had got the gap under a second, but just not enough time.
Beautiful time, brother.
This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. There's the family. teams locked in the playoffs again. The tradition that started with Dale Jarrett after winning the Brickyard 400 here, taking his team to kiss the bricks. Well, Michael McDowell, his family, and his team are going to be able to do that same tradition.
Then the Daytona 500 for the first career win, and the second one at Indianapolis. It puts him in the playoffs. Michael, as a young man who was coming up through open wheel racing, did you ever dream you would win here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
Oh man, this is such a dream come true. I'm so thankful to everybody at Front Row Motorsports, Bob Jenkins, Horizon Hobbies, Left Shop Soft Freight Auction, Chicago Pneumatic. Man, we had a fast forward Mustang. Everybody at Roush H Engine Shop, Doug, these guys gave me everything today. We had the fastest car. We executed, we did what we needed to do. Just so thankful to still be grinding it out in the Cup Series, to put on a performance like that. I don't know if it was dominant, but it felt pretty dominant to me.
Welcome to the playoffs. What were the emotions on those final few laps? Because Chase Elliott was closing quick.
You know, I was really trying to pace myself. I figured there'd be a late race caution. I didn't want to burn my stuff up. So I was just trying to maintain that gap. Then when I got into traffic, started closing, I had to push it, but I just can't believe it. So thankful to Bob Jenkins, all of our partners, Bell Racing Helmets, Sparco. There's so many people that help us. So thankful to everybody that's stuck behind us. It's been a grind, and I'm so proud.
Did you think the path to the playoffs for your team was with a win, and much less, I'll go with dominant as well, a dominant win?
You know, I thought we could point our way in, but after the car that we had yesterday in practice, I thought, man, we got a good shot at winning if we could just get track position and maintain it. So yeah, I can't believe it. So thankful. Also, Wiley X, I don't know where they're at right now. They should be on my head, but they've been with me for over 10 years, and it's great to have partners like that.
Michael, what does it mean to have the family here to celebrate a win in Indianapolis, a place you always dreamed of just racing at, but it also puts you in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's such a big deal. I mean, you know, winning the Daytona 500 was one of the coolest moments you could ever have. But going to victory lane without your family, that was tough. And so we cherry pick. My family comes to the races we think we can win. We thought we could win this one. Just so proud.
There you go, Michael McDowell, the 10th position today. Boy, it was rough right from the start, wasn't it? How is this challenge at Indy different than Chicago?
It's tough here because everyone's on it. Everyone knows the track, and there's a lot more room for error, so everyone's racing aggressively. But can't thank the Project 91 guys here enough. The enhanced Chevy, so much fun to be back. And yeah, just hopefully can do more. Had an awesome battle with Kyle and Chris there. They got the better of me at the end, but battling with those guys was great.
So what did you learn about how Cup drivers race? Because you were kind of out in front of them at the street course. You were in the middle of it all today.
Well, it's aggressive, but it's fair. You know, I put a block on the 48, and then the next corner he just moved me, so I guess I deserve that. But yeah, the racing was fine. I really enjoyed it, and all the battling when you go for a move on someone, they give you room and they expect it back. So yeah, really cool.
How would you sum up your entire week? Because you ran the oval at IRP and the Truck Series, which was, you know, a learning lesson, and then also the top 10 here today.
It's been an amazing week. I can't thank Justin Marks and the Trackhouse team enough to give me this opportunity. I learned a lot in the truck on Friday night, and then, yeah, just to come here and race again. And although top 10's awesome, your expectations are high because of the last race. So just have to realize that top 10's still pretty good.
I'll ask you what I asked you after the win at Chicago. What's next? I mean, your team in Australia has already said, hey, you can go if you want to. You've said, I want to be here. Do you see yourself here full-time next year?
I don't know about full-time, but I'm working towards something at least. The team Triple Eight in Australia has been really good to me and forthcoming with what I'm allowed to do. So I'm working hard, but here it's so much fun. I'm having a blast. The fans here are awesome towards me, and all the people too. I'm enjoying it, so really look forward to coming here.
And what a record for SVG. The win and now a top 10 here at Indianapolis.
Yeah, it brings back a lot of memories, but puts a smile on my face. Just to, we had no idea that this would be something that would continue and become a tradition here.